All right. I just found out that I had to pull a list of golden prospects for one of my businesses, Mason Computer Repair. We do residential and business computer repair in the city of Mason, really our entire county. We've built a pretty good name up for ourselves over the last few years since we've opened, or 2 years, 3 years now, and it's we're blessed with the business. My two sons run it, and my sister Danielle is also a partner in the business on that business as well too. It's going very well, but I have to find golden prospects, and maybe you're in the process. You're like, wait a minute, I need to find golden prospects for my business. It was assigned as homework in Module 1. I haven't did that yet, and then I kind of stuck. Maybe you're on a roadblock. Maybe that's what's stopping you. Maybe there's an obstacle, a paradigm shift that needs to shift in your head before you can start seeing the opportunities. But I'm going to go through several examples on a lot of different websites on how to find golden prospects. That way, hopefully, I can you can glean a little bit from my example. Then find yourself the golden prospects you need for your business. So let's dig right in. All right, here we are, masoncomputerrepair.com. If the colors look familiar, well, I made both sites. So what can I say? All right, developed both sites rather. And all right, here's Mason Computer Repair, and it's a simple site. I'm not gonna. This isn't about site development at all. There's my son, Jordan. He's my oldest boy. And the problem that they're having is my two boys run it, and my sister Danielle is a partner in that business as well too. The problem that they're having is that Jordan and Tim are spending their entire day working on computers, and they're the only two employees there. And if you look at the shop, it's small, and it's all full of computer parts and broken computers and clients' computers that they're fixing, and it's like they have literally no time to do any extra marketing for their business. And that's a problem because what'll happen is because they can only rely on the business that's coming from word of mouth, which they get a lot of word of mouth business, and from our sign, we're Mason Computer Repair. And you can see the sign right here. It's on a busy street, and it's a simple sign. People see, oh, they must repair computers. Oh, their phone number is right there. We get a lot of business from the sign and a lot of business from word of mouth. But there's no expansion beyond that as far as finding golden prospects. That there were plans to do that a couple of years back, but we just never did it. So now with 2018, I need to find some golden prospects because what will happen is getting a new source of sales coming in will force them to hire more people and will force them to get their game straight because right now they're in a comfortable zone where they're just whatever comes in, plenty's coming in, bills are paid, that's fine. Well, the problem is that can turn into a trap that you can stay stuck in for decades. It's just you end up buying your job. And so you own a business, but you work for yourself. And because you spend the whole time working it and taking care of your customers, you don't have any time to expand and build relationships up with the people who can help your business the most. And that's the way it is right now with Mason Computer Repair. We have good relationships with just about all the main players in Mason. And this is going to be this Mason Computer Repair site is going to be a little different in how I find golden prospects for it because I know our city. One of the biggest employers in all of Mason is Dart Container. You may have heard of Dart. I know you know their product. I know you've used their product if you live here in the States. Red Solo cups, college, think of that, or lemonade in the summertime on picnics. Yeah, Solo cups. They're made here in Mason. Recently, and so a lot of people work at Dart. A lot of people, and they just built this beautiful administrative office here in Mason. And there's a lot of people that travel to our small city to work at Dart, and a lot who, and then of course, as they travel here, they got to travel back. we're in the main thoroughfare of Mason. So what happens is people come from out of town to get to work at Dart. They, for the most part, pass our office. And as they leave again to go home, they pass our office. They have to see us both ways every day they go to work. So a lot of our business is from that traffic. There's a lot of other really decent sized businesses here in Mason, but that's the one that's bringing in the out of that's bringing people to our city in the biggest numbers is Dart Container. So I want to build a relationship with Dart Containers in some way in 2018. That's our biggest golden prospect, because if we could get business and grow a business just from their employees going back and forth to work, how much more can we get from them? What business and sales can we get from them if we actually get in the front door and build a relationship up with them? Maybe give free IT services to one of their departments in exchange for being able to do classes to their employees on how to clean their computers and keep their computers safe. Maybe we can come in and teach their staff on how to protect themselves from viruses and how to protect their files at work and how to and things like that. There's lots of things we could do, but if we were to get in that front door, that would be very big for our business. Like I said, all these cars you see there, and there's a lot more. This is just the administrative office. That's not even the factory or the warehouse. There's a factory where they build the cups, obviously. That's just packed with cars all the way around it. And down where, then there's a storage, there's a warehouse too, and that's packed. And then they're bringing some engineers in too. And evidently making cups is tough work. They need engineers. Now, they do other products too. So they're only investing more and more into our community here in Mason. So it's in my best interest to help them in any way I can. Now, the problem with this golden prospect is it's a corporation. It's not just a self-proprietor, and those are very easy. When you're dealing with the owner of the business, and either if it's a sole proprietor or a partnership, but you get with the founder, the decision maker, it's a lot easier to build relationships with that type of person rather than a corporation. So what I have to do is I have to do further research and dig in and find out who the best person is that will help us out. Now, look at this. I highlighted the webmaster link. Well, I'm not going to send you. How many SEO agencies would just email this person that says, listen, I would love a backlink from your site at dartcontainer.com over to my site at masoncomputerrepair.com. We're both in Mason, and maybe they work hard, and maybe they get the link somewhere. Maybe it's on an orphan page. Maybe it's somewhere of great significance, but mostly it won't be. So that link builder says, all right, I just got a link from Dart Container over to Mason Computer Repair. Now who else can I go after? And they consider the transaction complete. It's just a joke. No, I have to get in touch with human resources. Why do I think human resources is my way in with this particular golden prospect? Because I think we don't have the capabilities of bringing on all their IT work. We just don't have that capability, but we do have the capability of repairing all of their employees' computers for a discount, just because they're give them a 25% discount, and if they go through human resources or figure out something. So I think getting into human resources where we could train people on how to clean their computer themselves, or we could do something like that where we can come in and be of service to them and offer a discount to their, and then on the side deal, that our ask to them will be, could you recommend us in your employee newsletter? Could you put our cards up on, even if it's just putting our flyer up on their bulletin board or whatever, anything from inside that building is going to be big for our business. So that's the same is going to be true for your golden prospects. All right, that's just one golden prospect. Let me see if for Mason. So I'm not going to get into the human resources and finding out who that person is, because I don't know who it is yet. But I know I have my work cut out for me, but it's going to be an adventure. And we'll get inside. We'll figure it out. All right, let's try some, let me look for some other golden prospects for the Mason computer repair. All right, what else can we do? Oh, I know. What about hair salon? And we have a lot of hair salons in Mason. A lot. Well, here's one. I've never been here. Ingham County Community News. We're in Ingham County. They have awards. They have a luxurious spa and salon. And let me move this over a little bit so you can see it. All right, now I'm wondering how many of their most of the business, I don't want to say most, 60, 70% of the business we do are with baby boomers, the Mason computer repair. So how many baby boomers do you think this salon has walking in and out of their doors on a weekly basis or a monthly basis? What if we were to build a relationship up with the owner of this salon where we gave free computer services to their salon and also to all their what do they call them, stylists, to all their seasoned stylists. So if we offered those free services to the owner, so they have free IT services, we provide that, and we provide free repair services for their personal computers and their stylists' computers. Now, what's that going to do? What are we going to ask for in return? Maybe we can get up on their bulletin board, but I want something a little more than that. What happens is, if you ever gone into a barber shop too, guys do it. When we get our hair cut, guys in the barber shop, we like to talk, and you know we do. Now, when a guy gets his hair cut in a salon, there's less talking. But when there's no men in the salon, and the women will talk, and I know because we have our neighbor runs a salon, and the salon's that way, and we see him coming in all the time, and she refers business to us, and we refer business to her, but it's almost all baby boomers. So if we can get the stylists just talking about us with their customers, and say, oh yeah, I went and got my computer repaired for free or whatever, whenever it came up in conversation, because there's so much conversation taking place that if I can just get the stylists talking about Mason computer repair with their customers, how nice we are and giving them free service and all that. But that's the idea for that I'm going to do 2018 is build relationships up with every spa that we can find. And a lot of them aren't. They're not even on online. A lot of the salons here in Mason, they don't have a website even, but they're booked and they have word of mouth. And if they lose a customer, a lot of the times, if one of them dies, because they have a lot of elderly customers coming in, if one of them dies, they just then have an opening and somebody fills that slot almost immediately. So I was trying to sell them marketing at one time, and they just have no need of websites or rankings or anything. They're booked. And so having them booked and having them talking, taking care of the people who talk to the most people here in Mason, to our end user, baby boomers, doesn't it make sense that every salon in the city of Mason should be a golden prospect for us? And let me check another one out. Some in Yelp. That's right up the street too. So yeah, there's even if they don't have they do have a website. Yeah, so can I get a referral from these people? I'm pretty sure I could. All I have to do is get them talking to get their stylists talking to their customers, and then give free repair and to the stylist and to the business. That I'm thinking that's the angle, because it's not very hard to we can sometimes they'll repair 10 computers at the same time. Where if there's a virus, because it's the same. Fixing the viruses, you just have to inoculate with just dozens of different programs, and they'll get it going. They'll go through and get 10 of them going, and while those 10 are going, they'll go work on a repair issue. Then when those 10 are done with phase one of inoculations, they'll start phase two, then phase three. So as many computers as we can get in those inoculation sessions, so to speak, what will happen is that's more money for us in our bank accounts. So we love getting cleaning. So offering cleanings is very, very easy for us because they can bring their computer in on the way to work. Then they stop by our office on the way home and it's done. And it's fast and it didn't cost them anything. All they got to do is talk about it with their customers. And whenever they hear the customers mention a computer problem, or whenever there's something around, I need to find my computer's running slow or something like that, bring us up. And that's a strategy we're using. So those are two separate types of golden prospects for computer repair.